Hi, Primas.
Hola.
Welcome back.
I'm Christy,
And I'm Clari.
and this
And this
is
is Dear
Dear Primas.
Primas. Welcome back.
Woohoo!
We are doing this on no co-host interruptions this time. It's a Sunday, so we have dads on dad duty. And first, I want to give a little disclaimer. The last two episodes, the night before, Santi woke up like 4 times. It was insane, and I was like dragging. My energy was so low, but I still, we still put it out. We got the content. But like when I was editing it, I was like, oh my God. I was like, you were talking about something, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like it just came out. I was so tired.
Yeah.
But today,
you're in survival mode over there.
Yeah. But today, we're still sipping on some caffeine, some little agua, and I promise the energy level is higher today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how are you doing?
All is well over here. We're surviving as well. I hate putting my kids' business out there, but we have just, it seems like there's always something with one of the children, and this time he had like ringworm in his hair. I know, it was really random, and John was like, "Oh, I used to get those all the time," and he probably got them from the barber shop, and then he started getting these like things on his face, and the doctor. When I took him to the doctor was like, "Oh, I'm gonna send a sample in, but it should be fine, and with these antibiotics." So he goes to school the next day, and the nurse is like, pick him up because this looks contagious. So he's been home Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's also my Alani. Just a little mini one. But no, again, like every time something new happens, I'm like, Google worst thing possible.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do
ever.
it.
And then the doctors, whenever you're in the doctor's appointment, they're just like throwing out all these words, and I'm like, no idea what you're saying.
Yeah. And there's and you think about all the questions to ask after the fact. Like in the moment, you're just trying to digest and take in the information. And then after you're like, oh man, I should have asked this, or I should have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and he had it on his head, and I can see him because he would tell me it started as like a pimple. And then John was like, oh, it's a pimple, it's fine. And I hate whenever I listen to John, because something about mommy instincts were just like screaming, like, something's off with it.
Yes, we know. They just think everything's like, oh, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whenever I go to the doctor and finally take him, he's like, oh, well, what did the doctor say? And then me trying to reiterate what the doctor said, I'm like, I don't know, just read the notes. If you had all these questions, don't ask me. Go with me to the doctor's appointment. I don't know. Each of us have our own lane, I suppose.
And doctor's appointments, speaking of, so like we have 2 small ones. So with our firstborn, Adrian he has a pretty flexible work schedule, right? But he was like pretty much at all the doctor's appointments with Antonio, and that was Santi. I think he only made it to the newborn checkup. I think that's the only one that he's made it to.
Yeah.
And
has he gone to the doctor? Who knows?
He'll be like, Santi, getting shots today. Good luck, baby. Love you. And then with Antonio, he was like, oh, he's getting shots today. And
dude, it's the second born. I'm, the middle
born,
child.
the poor child. And I tell him every time, I was like, this kid is like going to be the most like you because he's loud as heck. And I think there's already a little bit of, it happens. But yeah, I think that's so funny because, like, firstborn, he was there for all of it. And now he's just like, all right, like if, of course, I would need him to, he would make it. Yeah. But he's not
it's not
it's not going around his way to, That's,
tease.
But thankfully, nothing crazy yet with him. Thankfully, it's just the routine checkups. But which we did tell the pediatrician at 6 months, we were like, we're moving to Florida.
So did she give you like recommendations for other ones, or how are you going to go about it?
No, I really don't know. I
thought about that the other day.
Yeah, everything. My own doctor, not that I go to the doctor a lot, but you still like
just
to have
in case.
one.
Yeah, dentist.
Yeah,
eye doctor if your children are blind, which
thankfully not. Yeah. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Antonio has like better than 2020. He's be seeing things and I'm like, it's not there. And he's like, no, it is. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that is whatever you're seeing. A bird like 10,000 feet away. But anywho, yeah, all the things. So she's like, you just have, your through my chart, like getting the records or whatever. She's like, you have access to that. Poor Santi never activated his. I mean, it's like he's in the system, but I asked him to send me the link like 2 times ago, and they sent it, but I didn't know it expired. And so, like, when you're getting out the doctor's office and you get home, next thing you know, I'm like, oh shit. And so it expired. And so this last time I went, I think she was kind of new because she was like, I don't know. I don't know how to help. And I'm like, well, the last person sent me this link, but it just happened to expire. And she's like, just call the MyChart people. They can. I'm like, all right, you're right, girl. So anyway, so I have to do that. But I think I'm going to look through like the insurance portal. I think when like we look at doctor reviews through the insurance thing online and just kind of go from there.
Yeah. And where it's convenient to where y'all are actually going to park it.
Exactly. Yeah. But at the beginning, I mean, I'm gonna have to have it for Santi for a few months just so he can get his routine checkups and what he needs. But that'll be fun and interesting.
Primas, if you're new here, one of the Primas is not traveling. I'm sorry, wrong word. Is moving.
Yes,
is moving
to another state with children.
The whole thing. Yeah, it's moving.
But yeah, so I guess on the lines of that. So this Primas is gonna be a catch-up session and just we literally will send texts here and there, 2 days unread, reply whenever we can. So this is our catch-up sessions just as much as it is with you guys. But yeah, we're gonna just talk all things like what's going on and then a little bit of what's going on our social medias, what are we seeing. So I guess just to segue, so since we are moving, we had a garage sale this weekend. You did ask me how it went, clearly. So what happened, so on Friday, super hectic day. It's Thursday night, we had my mother-in-law's birthday dinner across town. Literally.
Normally on Sundays, y'all are there too, right?
Yes. Well, so Sundays, usually Sunday we do, if there's like a birthday to celebrate, it's on Sunday because my father-in-law plays at a lot of the times during the week or on Saturdays. So Sunday's always like a safe day. But this time his mom was like, you know what? Like, let's just do it on the day of. Whoever can make it. And no pressure. But it's like this great restaurant. It's called Saldivia's. It's a Argentinian steakhouse, I believe that's what it is. They have like amazing deals. The steaks are delicious. But it's like super far. It's off of Beltway, Briar Forest, around that area, but with traffic because of course I put it in the GPS and it was like an hour and 15 minutes. And this was like leaving just at the like getting a little bit of traffic here and there, but like to get home it was like 48 minutes.
Yeah. Like the 3 to 5:30 time.
Yes.
Always.
So they were like, we're gonna try to get there at 5:30 because they have happy hour till 7. Like you can super cheap wine, get a little bit of apps, and then we'll have dinner. Adrian went to the office that day because it was like his little send off. It was like their quarterly meeting, so his boss wanted to give him like a shout out. And so he went to the office that day and was gonna be gone all day and then just work from there after that, right? And then so I had the kids and I was like GPSing, all right, what time do I need to leave? So of course I was the first one there. I was there at like 5:29 and then his parents rolled up at like 5:33 and then Lisette got there and all things. So that was Thursday evening. We didn't get home till like 10 p.m. practically. And then Friday we had planned to get the boys together, Adi's little boy, so to get the little primos together to go to a play. We were going to go to a museum thing that popped up on our Instagram, but she was like, you know what, Vincent's like they're busybodies, let them run rampant and go to a play place. So we went to Wonder Wild.
Cute. Yeah.
That was fun. And I was like freaking out before because it was just a hectic morning per usual. And then Vero volunteered to my sister to take care of the boys Friday night so that we could have the garage sale in peace on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Get everything done and not have to worry about which thank God. So anyway, so I was already like, when you have to like pack stuff up for the kids, it's almost like you just want to be like, we'll just do it, and to be fair, she did also volunteer to come here.
Come to the house, okay.
But I was like, I think it would just be better to get them out so that like all night we can
defeats the purpose,
doing things. But she offered, she's like, whatever's easiest.
Yeah.
Which at that time I was like, just come. But then I was like, no, I need to get them out here. And then I was like texting Audie. I'm like, look, they both woke up super cranky from their naps. I'm like, I'm finishing getting things ready. But I'm like, if I can't make it out of here by 2:30, like, I'm sorry.
We have to call it off.
Yes, because then I'm like, I have to go be there for maybe 2.5, 3 hours, make it to my parents' house, then still come home at a decent hour to even make this all worth it.
Right.
Didn't happen, but we got out the door at 2:30, but I still got home at like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Almost 9. But anyway, so we got all the things together. We were up to like 2 a.m. Like, I was hauling everything down from my closet room, just straight hangers to the garage. Adrian took out the elliptical, like some big stuff, and just put it on the driveway. He's like, let's just put it out there so we don't have to carry big stuff in the morning. And
does it have a set time that it starts?
Yes and not really, but like people be out here like 7 a.m. ready on the hunt. And so I'm like, Adrian, what if somebody takes this stuff? He's like, well, good, let them. If they can haul this into their truck in the middle of the night, they deserve it. And I was like, all right, okay. So, but nobody touched anything. We ended up, we were up to like 2 something. And then I had my alarm set for 6:45 and did not get up until 7:30. A little snooze action because I was exhausted. We were all exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, we made it out there by like 8-ish. Like we were going out and people were driving by and kind of like scoping, but being respectful that seeing that we were still trying to like get stuff up and ready to go. So then all of a sudden it just whoosh, when it started like it was insane. Adrian had his religious morning poop at like 8:45, and then I was like, Adrian, you gotta come help me. I was like, this is crazy.
You're a one-man show.
Yes, it was bonkers. Like at night I was like, okay, I'm gonna do short sleeve shirts for $1. I'm gonna do sweaters for like $2 and jackets for $3. Girl, people done came. I was like, $1. Everything hanging $1. I was like, shoes, let me know which one you want. Shoes, we'll see.
2 for 1?
Like,
2 for 1.
Yeah. I had like 2 boxes full of free stuff. Like, I was like, it's good enough to like give to somebody, but not good enough. I was like, not worth it. Just take it. Yeah. That was a hit. It was nuts. So we ended up selling our downstairs couch. In the middle of like, we got a few things cleared out, and he was like, I'm gonna bring out the couch, and which was the plan originally, but we had so much stuff that I was like, just bring out like 2 pieces, and if people are interested, then we'd be like, we got a whole other 8 pieces or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna bring it all out. I always try to make his life easier, but I forget the man has like the patience of a saint, so he was there just lugging it all out himself because I was dealing with the customers. We had no change. We were because I was gonna do that on Friday, but I'm like, I don't have time, and then he got stuck at work, so we had 10 ones from BB and Licha came to the shop, and she insisted on giving me $10. So she gave me 10 ones, thankfully, and Antonio's like little quarter stash that held us over until because people were paying with like 20s. I'm like, you're our first customer. What are you doing? You're taking $2 worth of stuff. And, the older the señoras don't have Zelle or Venmo. No, I had a few that I had to, like, insert it, or they were, like, calling. One lady, she was like, I already spent $150. I need my son to send you $30 through Zelle. Just hold on.
Problem, though.
She was, it was 9:30 in the morning. I was like, dang, girl, I thought me and TJ Maxx was doing it, putting in work. No. But she stood there literally for like, at first she was trying her daughter and she wouldn't answer. And then
the daughter already knew. She's like, no, Mom.
You're cut off.
Not before 10. So you have a problem. I'm trying to tell you.
It was insane. And she had and Adrian had already loaded the bags up and counted like how many items she had of my like clothes and stuff. It was nuts. But anyway, so the couch got sold. This lady was like, how much? And I was like, 100. And she was like, And Adrian was like, and she was like, she's like, what's the cheapest? And then Adrian was like, 80. She's like, done. And then she pays with a $100 bill. I'm like, this.
She got your ass.
Yeah. first one to inquire. I was like, God damn it. We're bad at this. We're bad. I'm worse. Adrian's okay. But I'm bad. I'll be like, I don't know how much you want to give me.
Name a price, it's yours.
And we sold our kitchen table. That's a whole nother little mini story.
Gosh.
We sold the elliptical, we sold the golden bookshelf, the glass one that was downstairs.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, that was like all the big stuff that we got rid of, pretty much. Amongst some, Adrian had like his toolbox. He was like, all these are like cheap. I'll have a little bit of tools, just the necessary stuff. But he had like a grinder. He's like, I don't even know what this is. Like his really good handyman friend gave it to him. So at first he was like $5, and there was like a box full of like miscellaneous things like antifreeze and this and that and whatever. He's like, free. So this guy after the fact just took the whole box and packed it up and left. We're like, great. The only thing that he was like really hard on were his hats. He has a whole bunch of hats that he like the snapbacks, because he never wears snapbacks. We had like a shit ton and some nice like dad hats, but like super nice snapbacks like the Astro World Series and this like the special edition hats. And so he was like, the curved one's $5, the flat bill's $10. Beanies, he was staying on the beanies. I'm like, relax with the beanies, bro. Just let them go for $2, $1. No. But he would tell him, like, if you get multiple, I'll do a deal. I swear his hats probably brought in, like, $150.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we ended up making, like, almost, like, $800 on, like, everything that we sold. Yeah, Adrian was, like, he's like, I thought we were going to make, like, $300. I'm like, you're crazy. Because Vettel is, like, the queen of garage sales, and I would help her and my mom sometimes like growing up, so I knew that we could make a good little, because he didn't know why I was so adamant about getting stuff out there. And so we hung everything up on like one of those pop-up tents, like my clothes, and that really helps, because I feel like when people have to rummage through things, like they'll take the ones that want a good deal will bring you like a pile and be like, how much will you give me for all of this, you know?
Right.
But the ones that just want to peruse, like, you gotta give them. And so we had a lot of things hung. Like, it was good.
Yeah. The setup was
Yeah. So, yeah, we did really, really well. And then...
That's awesome.
The last, like, 5 minutes, it had already started sprinkling. And we were waiting for this one guy. We were waiting for two people. One person got these pavers, like, these paver block stones that we've had. We had, like, almost 100 of them. And Adrian put like a stack of 5, and he's like, if anybody asks, tell them we have like 100. And so this guy, sure enough, they got in the glider that was in the baby's room, we sold that. So his wife wanted that, and then his husband was interested in those stones, and he bought them all for like $70 or something. But poor Adrian was having to like help him like haul it into a thing and then push it. So he came back, and he was like our last person. And in that meantime, the rain, this one cloud just, and like most of the stuff was gone except my shoes. Like everybody has a huge foot apparently. Like these girls were literally so sad. They were like, I'm like 7.5. I feel like is like a really common shoe size, but I guess not. Everybody was like an 8, 8.5, and there was only 1 6. The 6, she was like, I would have bought all of these shoes if they would fit me. So I sold like maybe half of them, and then the rain came. We're just throwing stuff in. The man helped us like put stuff in boxes too, because Adrian was helping him lug everything up the truck, and that sucked. We ended up just taking it and donating it, whatever was left. Then our kitchen table, this lady comes up and she's like, can you do accept Zelle? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I have no idea how it works, all in Spanish. And she gives me for her phone, and she's like, can you do it? And I'm like showing her everything I'm doing, but she seemed to trust me 100%. And I'm like, yeah. And but one thing I remember about this, she had the most beautiful skin. It was crazy. Like, I was just so distracted on how clear and, like, soft her skin looked. And, like, she was, like, maybe an early 40s Hispanic lady. Like, I don't know. It was beautiful. I kept telling Adrian that. Because then, so I'm doing the Zelle. There's people handing me cash. And we're like, it's crazy. And so then, the next day I know, she sends me the Zelle. It goes through. And then, like, maybe a minute after she comes, and I had, like, 2 old Michael Kors wallets out there, and she's like, how much for these? And I'm like, $5 for both. And she's like, okay. She's like, since we already did all that, just put those back there when I come back for the table, because she had, like, these women come and then they go get their husbands with the pickup trucks to come get what they purchased. Yeah. And so she's like, when I come back, I'll bring you the cash for that, since, you know, to make it easier. What I'm like, she's like, but please. She like walked into the garage and like put them behind something. She's like, just leave them here. And I'm like, okay. And so that's the last thing I saw from her. And then Adrian's texting the guy about the pavers. He comes, you know, fast forward, everything's ending. The kitchen table is still here. It's rained on. And I'm like getting towels to wipe it off. It's like towards the end of the driveway. Our kitchen table was like solid wood. It was a heavy sucker. Yeah. And I'm like, Adrian, I don't have this lady's number. She didn't ask me for my number. Yeah. But I was like, she has my number through Zelle because I had to add myself as a person. But I'm like, she didn't know how to work it. Like, what's gonna, you know? And so, anyway, so then he's like, wait, somebody asked me for the our address. And so he goes back to the messages, and he did send our address to somebody. And there was somebody else who had done the same thing to come back for the couch. So we were like, but I'm like, I don't think it was that lady. I don't know. So I just texted her, and we were going to have to go to Nachos for my mom's early birthday get-together. So, I texted that number, and I was like, excuse me, are you the one that purchased the table? If so, or that's it. I just put a question mark because I didn't want to give too much information, because I'm like, what if this person comes and picks up the table? Yeah. And no answer. And I'm like, we gotta go. We just moved it closer to the garage just so it wouldn't be like on the curb, because people, you know, if it's on the curb.
She had already sent you the money for it.
She already sent me the money for it. And I'm like, how trusting this lady, because I mean, you never know. I mean, I would never, but I was so stressed. I was like, what if she got lost? Like, if this wasn't her, what if she got lost? She doesn't, like, not from this neighborhood, and, like, forgets where our house is. I don't know. So then we get to Nachos. It's like 5:30, and then she texts us, I just picked up the table. And we're like, oh, thank God. Yeah. And I left the wallets there on the table for her. I'm like, girl, just take them. Just take the wallets. So, yeah, that was nuts.
She probably had to haggle her husband. Come on.
I know. You're like, girl, you already spent the 50. It was just like $50, but we're like, just take it, because it's all scratched up and whatnot. But somebody can sand it down, fix it up. So yeah, we were exhausted. I'd go and then come back, because then we had to, like, we were done by 12:45. I think was like it slowed down.
Damn, a whole day already done with before noon.
Dude, we were exhausted. The sun. Why was yesterday like the hottest day on planet Earth?
It was super bipolar yesterday.
Like, what? And the way our house is, the sun just shines on
directly
your face the whole in the front yard till damn near 4 p.m. It was horrible. Like, and then we sold our little patio set that it was in the front. We had no chairs. Adrian put our freaking Magellan fold out chairs, because they were like they were perfectly fine, but they're like super rusty and hard. No chairs, just standing out there for 5 hours straight. I know. My back was like, oh my God. So yeah, it was nuts. I'm like pumping and accepting cash from people with my wearable pumps, and chaos. And then in a rush to get to my brother's house, because I had the plates. I was in charge of taking the plates and the utensils.
No, that's so
and my mom had already told me, she was like, send the plates with Vettel. And I forgot whenever, like, she came over during the week before. And then I was supposed to take them on Friday. Forgot again.
You dropped off the boys.
Oh my God, I'm already failing.
Signing up for planes, and the thing that starts the session, the eating. A lot of pressure.
The doorbell. Oh well, Adrian's down there, but hopefully Antonio. Well. Anyway, but I know, and I felt pressure. Then we get there, Nachito has a golf tournament, and Jimmy's picking him up, because it just so happened to be in Pearland. That's where Jimmy lives, and they didn't get there till like 5:30, so nobody even ate until then. I was like, rushed for what? Y'all could have told me this, because Dora, Nacho, my whole family except for me and Vettel are like, if you're not 30 minutes early, you're late.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was yesterday. But garage sale, very successful. Yeah. Questions?
Let's see. Where do we start to unfold? So what does y'all's house look like now? Like, you have, still have things.
Look at this. Hold on. Oh, poor No. Antonio's at my parents' house while all this is taking place. Hopefully this comes up. If not, I'll add a picture. That's her look.
Oh no! Why does it look so
mother-in-law said, but they had just got back from walking the dogs. But so he woke up. He just wakes up so cranky sometimes. But anyway, he went to our room and we were in there for like 30 minutes and we're like exhausted. We're like, go to sleep. And then finally, I guess he made his way out to the living room and I just hear him, Dada, Dada, where's my couch? And then Adrian's like, oh, we had to sell the couch. We had the couch from Bye-Bye. Like we had to give it away. And he's like, I love my couch. And I was like, oh my God. And then, but we have like a super comfortable, like relaxing pull-up couch in the garage that we got before because these couches took forever to come in when we first moved in. So we're going to have that in there in the meantime until it's like time for us to go. Then we'll get rid of that one too. And we do have the upstairs couches, but I don't want to take those down because they're like dog free. So
yeah. Makes sense.
And so Adrian's like, remember the couch, like the baby couch? Because anything that's small, Antonio always calls it a baby whatever. So he's like, the baby couch in the garage, we're going to put that in there. He's like, oh, okay. And so I heard it this morning. I'm like, where'd the couch go? We sold it, but it's okay. We're going to have a baby couch. But at first he was like, my couch. Like he did pretty sad. And then he was like, my chair, my table, because we had like his booster seat.
He started like seeing that everything.
Yeah. And we didn't even get to like his toys. Like we got rid of one like little goalie thing, but like we didn't get rid of any of his stuff because I'm like, we can't traumatize the boy this much. Like he comes up to his game room, everything gone. Imagine. I'm like, once he get like, and I did that with his ball pit balls. We had like in the game room, we had they had been in a big trash bag. We had a little bit of some out still, but Adi had borrowed them, and then they were in a big trash bag in the game room, but in there. He hadn't really messed with them. Adrian gets this big old moving box, and he's like, look, no, puts all the balls in there, and Antonio's like, whoa, in the box with the, like, having at the time of his life, right, for like a week in this box with the ball pit balls. And I had already listed them for sale before this on Facebook Marketplace. And so then finally, after like a week of being on there, they get sold. They come pick him up during his nap time. So like maybe 2 days later, he's upstairs. And I tried to move the box from that location. So, you know, maybe he disassociates the box with the balls. And we're upstairs and I'm cleaning out the room. And he like sees the big box and he's like, oh, I have an idea. Where's the balls? And I'm like, and then he's like, oh, I know. And then he goes like to the other spot where the other balls were, like in the another little play area. He's like, there's no balls? And I was like, no, there's no balls, Antonio. Mama sold them. I was like, we gave them away to someone else. I was like, but we still have the basketballs. And he's like, oh yeah, that's perfect. I'm like, oh my baby. But I'm like, yeah, no, we can't traumatize him like that. Yeah. So like we'll like just slowly empty. Yes. I'm like we'll slowly be getting rid of stuff of his stuff. But yeah, that was
You have to make sure you insert that picture.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hilarious. So, you know what though? I was gonna say, last weekend we went to South Padre Island, which when was the last time that you were there?
Spring break, college.
Right? Okay, so that's like...
Which was a complete shit show.
Exactly. So any memory of South Padre, I feel like it just connects with spring break, right? It was so nice. The weather was beautiful. Like that time of year, it was perfect. John had gone to numerous coffee shops down there while we were there. We just went Thursday through Sunday. And he was like talking to the people... And they were like, yeah, you know, we don't get a lot of tourists this time of year. And I don't know why. The water's even more clearer at this time of year. And the weather is perfect. It was high of 85. And then it was gorgeous. But it was so nice. Like we all just hung out at the beach and then went back to the hotel. What'd you call me that one time when we were already in the
it was like 5? To be fair, it was y'all's first day there. But I think it was like 4. It's like 3:30 or 4. But yeah,
which John and Jaden ended up going to the pier that night. Like it was like we needed to recoup, and then they went back out. But they went out to the pier every night to go fish.
That's nice.
It was crazy, but it was awesome. It was the weather was so nice.
That's good. No, but the kids looked like they had a blast in the in the sand and like
the beach. Yeah. Something about the beach, just like rejuvenates. So I'm
and
excited
like
for you guys.
when we go like that, we were because Antonio's still too small. Like he knows what a pool is, and he like in-laws have pools, but Adrian's really big on like first he doesn't like public pools that much, like big hotel pools. He's like, and when you really think about it, you're like, it's a little
Icky.
But he's like, as long as, and especially now, like having access to a beach and the ocean, like he's always wanted them to like want that over pool, but at a certain age, I think
they just gravitate to one towards the other. Yeah.
But that's good that they enjoyed the sand, because sometimes kids with the sand texture, some love it, some hate it.
Yes.
But it looked really fun.
No, yeah, it was so nice. Even too, like, so where we stayed, Margaritaville in South Padre, they had where you could rent the boogie boards, because we didn't bring anything. John's always big on like, I'm not bringing it down there. I'm just gonna buy it. And I'm like, we have some stuff, but we didn't have any boogie boards, so they could rent boogie boards for the day, and then they were out there. But we spent most of the time on the beach, which I loved. That they loved the beach so much.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't too hot.
Yeah.
The sand wasn't too hot. Mm-hmm. Of course, they had the umbrellas there that you could rent, but we didn't bring anything. Maybe like a pail and a shovel.
Yeah.
But they had that to rent too. But
That's
of course, we bought that at Walmart.
Yeah, that. And then during the summer, Dollar Tree, like when we did our little road trip, we went to Dollar Tree because Adrian's like, if we lose it, even Walmart, their sets are super like cheap for what you get. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, I don't want let's not spend so much that if we lose it, we're gonna be like, damn it,
Right.
Or on day one you lose it, right? It's like, but so now, we need like a nice beach wagon. I think that's nice to have, because as much as we've gone, we have like the Academy wagon, but if we load it with stuff like Adrian's pulling and I'm pushing, like it's
to get in the
heavy.
sand. Oh yeah.
But we
sturdy one.
Yeah, and some nice little beach chairs, a little backpack. Yeah. They're super lightweight, but they're like,
that you can perfect. Hold. They come. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's actually Antonio's. His is not a backpack, but it's a little Tommy Bahama beach chair that he's sitting on in that picture. But now we need something like that, because we never had actual beach chairs. We had like just the Academy, foldable or the nice Magellan ones, whatever. But for the beach, we know why like the beach chairs are nice, because you're low, but you're still like
Yeah.
So we need I think I saw some on Facebook Market. I was like, now that we have, we'll need those for sure now.
Do you think that you guys will, because y'all are planning to go November 1st, which when we record this, it's almost it's October.
Like almost 2 weeks to the date. Like less than.
So let's say you don't find anything this time, but Adrian's staying for another, you said how many weeks?
Just a week. Just a week. Yeah.
So let's say y'all don't find anything that y'all are looking for. Would you be open to doing like maybe hopping Airbnbs or no?
That is an option, but not ideal, because we do want to. So like the whole point of finding something as soon as possible is so that we can just like move what we need to move in December and like
start settling
so like let's say a perfect world, but I feel like we're gonna find there's a lot of options that we keep seeing and that are popping up, and I honestly, in some that like have been sitting for a bit, I'm like, we can always negotiate like the price down, like if it's a little bit like more than what we wanted, I'm like, if it's been sitting, we can negotiate that price down. If we want to, look at wherever the condo is or whatever, and we have like really good vibes about it, we can also maybe do like a 15-month lease and see if we can negotiate it down. Yeah, because that's what I told Adrian. For sure. And then with terms of month to month, maybe after that, because that's our, like, I feel like that's giving us a good time to explore and also find, something that's worth it without having to like worry about having to break a lease or moving again, Right. So if we can get into some kind of like that, I think I think that makes us look good, because we want to be there. Not long term, but it's longer term.
Longer than.
So those are all things. But we're really like, the realtor has sent us some stuff and we've been looking at other things, and he's like letting us know, about certain areas,
Nice.
but we told him we want to be as close to the beach as possible. We're like, if we're
Yeah.
gonna do it, that's what we want. Like,
Yeah.
we don't want to be,
Yeah.
too far, because that just defeats the whole purpose. If that was
Right.
the case, then you could rent somewhere
Yeah.
else,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's like this one ideal one that popped up, and I hadn't looked, but because I just like, you don't want to get your,
Don't get your hopes up.
but you just,
Yeah,
it comes
yeah.
and goes. And then I was like, okay, let's just take that one worry off until it gets a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But then he sent something, and I'm like, all right, well, let's just take a little gander.
Yeah.
And we saw one that's like, I don't want to say perfect, because it's not perfect, but it's probably the most ideal.
Checks off a
3
lot.
blocks from the beach. It's like one of the, not super high rise, but it's like 18 stories high rise. You can literally see the beach from your balcony. Rooftop pool. It has like 2 parking spaces, which is like super nice, because we're gonna need it. If not, we're gonna have to figure something out, right? And the realtor called, and he was like, just said that it said becomes available November 1st. That's what they said, but then the guy was like, if it's still available, then of
like
course
they
y'all
have
can
something maybe.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's like 1,200 square feet.
Okay,
2 bedrooms,
okay.
but the room and like the kitchen is a really good size, like lots of cabinet space. The only thing it didn't have like in unit washer dryer, but it has it like on the premise. But I'm like, well, maybe that'll incentivize myself to actually
do the laundry all in
and
one
finish the
sitting.
load. Yeah, I'm like, let's look at it as a positive.
Yeah.
That's the only like downside so
Yeah.
far, but I'm like, pros to cons, this one's pretty nice.
Is it pretty common for most of the condos to have them in unit, the washer and dryers?
It seems about, I would say 75% of the ones that we've seen do have it in there, in the unit. Yeah. Which is shocking that it's so big and doesn't. Yeah. But a lot of times it's like right next to the like in the kitchen type of thing, like New York vibes. I feel like I've seen that a lot in that area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but the size would be great, because I'm like, then whoever wanted to come, I mean, air mattress it
Might
in the
have room,
living room, or the boy, whatever. But the rooms look good, so
Yeah.
we're excited about that. We're crossing our fingers to see if we at least get to look at it, and see if that's a feasible option.
For sure.
But yeah, so that would be our thing. So let's say if in a perfect world we do get something, then Adrian and I would go December, whenever, we're allowed to start moving our stuff in. He drives a U-Haul, I drive the Jeep. We take
already have
pretty much everything that we're going to take. Yes. And then we fly back, leave the U-Haul, fly back, and then drive back with the boys. Like, leave the boys here with our families.
Yeah.
And not get everything settled, but get everything moved in, right?
Right.
And then ideally spend the holidays here, Christmas and all that, and then fly back out to be there the first week of January.
Yeah.
So Lisette was like, I'm already seeing Frontier flights for a round trip for $55.
Just go ahead and buy them now.
In February. And Adrian's like, yeah, he's like, just like, you can get whatever you want to leave there, and that way you just bring your toothbrush. Not even you have a toothbrush, just get your backpack with whatever you took to work and just get on the plane. Like, you literally don't need anything if you and we extended that, of course, to everybody. Have a little area to make it easier for them, like my mom, his mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Crazy.
That is my mini life update, longer life update. Sorry, the garage sale was story time, I guess. We'll just label this story time. But lots of things happening with that. But yeah, that's what's going on. It's a little catch up garage sale stash. Well, this one's gonna be dedicated. This is called garage sale, okay? Oh, and also fun fact, I don't know, one of our neighbors came out. This is kind of how our neighbors found out too. Not our closest neighbors. We told them like this last week, but one of the neighbors that's like further down,
that y'all were leaving.
Yeah, she came over. She said, "Do you want to sell this?" It was like a little candle or something. I'm like, "Man, we're just closed up." I was like, we're done for the day, but thank you. And then we were talking for like a little bit, and then we told her, we're doing this because we're actually, moving. We're going to. She was like, "Oh no." And then we're like, we're going to Florida. She's like, oh, good for y'all. I love Florida. She was like an Army brat or Navy brat. So she was like, I spent Virginia, Florida, Texas is where I spent my time. She's like, I love Florida. I'd go back and leave my mom and my husband in a heartbeat. Because they live all in the houses next door. They're older, like retired age,
Yeah.
And Anyway, she's like, I love that for y'all. She's like, by the way, it's legal for y'all to continue having moving sales, even if it's not like a community garage sale day. Like per HOA, we're not allowed to have garage sales. But she's
Yeah.
like, if you label it a moving sale, she's like, or if there's a death estate sale, then they can't legally they can't do anything about it. I was like, that's super good to know because
Yeah.
you know we still have more things that we would like to get rid of.
For sure.
And I'm like, wow, okay, life hack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Huh. Good to know. Good to know. You know, I just feel like you're gonna have such good weather. It's gonna be good for y'all. Y'all's skin, y'all's bodies, your health,
yeah.
all of
Yeah.
it. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, I'm like complaining about the heat sometimes here, but I'm like, that's what we're going to. But it is super different being by the ocean. Like the breeze
Yeah.
is super nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Primas, I mean, if you have any garage sale hacks,
Yeah. Any
does the whole neighborhood does it, but like, I mean, everybody kind of goes with the same rules as far as like it's a cash thing. Everybody knows I guess the
well the
one
crazy
101.
part the crazy part I think most of the shoppers do not live in this neighborhood. Like
Right.
everybody's coming from the one guy that
Other
took
part.
all the pavers, his truck was like this. He came from Tomball.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I don't know how they find out. Maybe they have people, or maybe there's some websites. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the like a lot of people do participate, and then like our neighborhood Facebook blows up with we're having a garage sale here. You know, everybody sends like the address just so people know.
Yeah.
There like the people that bought our ellipticals. She's like from the street behind us, I think, and she just walked up walking. She's like, I love this elliptical, and she's like, how much for it? And I'm like, $40. I just threw a number. I had like briefly looked on Facebook Market just to see what people were pricing it for.
Yeah.
And I still went way lower than what I thought. She was like, really? She's like, oh my God, I'm going to tell my husband to come get it like as soon as he can. And then she's like, can I pay you for it? And like, hold on. I was like, yeah, like, you know where we live. And then, but it's like, she also kind of like didn't trust me because she stood there like the whole time. Like she paid me and then she kind of just like stood there waiting for a good 15 minutes for her husband to come like get it.
I was like, why did she wait?
Yeah. But I'm like, I mean, you live around the corner, you can just come back with it. I don't know, but it's like, I promise I won't sell it. But you know, you never know, someone could take your money in. But I'm like, how awful would that be? I mean, you know where I live, like I would not do that, but you do never know. And then the other girl just gave me $50 and left. I'm like, where are you putting that?
People are very trusting.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I do 10 garage sales, you know, do recommend, but a lot of prep work goes into it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. But that's all we have to say about that, Primas. If you're looking for something for your house, let me know. I might have it for sale within the next couple weeks here. Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time.
Adios,
Adios.
Primas.